Hello, my name is Ellyssa and I am a park ranger with the City of Austin, and welcome back to episode 2 of Wild One's Fantastic Fish. Today we've been learning about fish, and in our last video we read Something's Fishy, a tune book by Kevin McCloskey. In the last video I had a couple of questions about our fish friends, and I was hoping that you would help me answer them. So I've done some research and I have the answers we need. To refresh our memory, my questions were, do all fish live in the same habitat or home? Also, I wondered, what do fish eat? Do they all eat the same thing? Well, to help us answer these questions, I have picked 2 fish that we can find here in Texas, either in Austin or across the state. And those fish are the sheepshead and the bluegill. First, let's talk about the bluegill. Bluegills are freshwater fish that are commonly found in our rivers, lakes, and creeks. Along with living in freshwater, bluegill also like to live in places with a lot of vegetation and fallen trees. That way they have some places to hide. They also look for places that have plenty of their favorite foods. Bluegills are opportunistic eaters, which means they'll eat a variety of different things when given the chance. So, some of the things that bluegills might munch on while hanging out in their favorite creek, river, or lake are things like mayflies, or earthworms, or even mayfly larvae or mosquito larvae. They also like to live in places where they can safely raise their young. Let's do a really quick review on what we've learned so far about bluegills. Bluegills like to live in places with plenty of places to hide. They also look for places with plenty of food and for safe areas to raise their young. The next fish we're going to talk about is the sheepshead, or the convict fish. So, the pattern on the sheepshead is really cool. They have this really nice up and down stripes all along their body. But that's not the cool part. Along with having a really cool pattern, sheepshead have teeth that are very similar to human teeth. Whoa, those almost look like our teeth. But these funky looking teeth aren't just for show. They play a key role in the survival of the sheepshead. Sheepshead love to eat crustaceans, which are crabs, barnacles, and oysters. All of these have super hard shells that they use to protect themselves against predators, just like the ones here. Could you imagine trying to take a bite out of this? Because the sheepshead's favorite food has such a hard shell, they had to grow super strong teeth and jaws that they can use to crack it open. It's almost like when we're eating pecans and they still have the shells on them. That's no good. But sheepshead don't just eat crustaceans, they're omnivorous fish, which means they'll eat a variety of different things, just like the bluegill. Sheepshead will eat things like blue crabs, clams, oysters, or barnacles, and even fish and plants. Unlike the bluegill, sheepshead love to live in saltwater, which is the ocean. Saltwater provides the sheepshead with plenty of barnacles and oysters to snack on, along with its favorite kind of habitat, or home, which are jetties and pier pilings, which just means they like to live in places with plenty of rocks and flat surfaces for barnacles and oysters to cling to. Let's refresh